Good morning, Vaqueros. Today is Monday, March 3rd, and it's currently 74 degrees. We are coming to you from our Edinburgh studio. I'm Leonardo Guajardo.
And I am Alejandro Lopez.
And this is
Vaquero News.
Campus news,
events, games,
and activities
all in one place.
This is Vaquero Radio,
the Val's student station.
Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Vaquero Radio,
where
your story begins.
The African Student Association at UTRGV observed Black History Month on the Edinburgh campus. Here's Celeste Cruz with the story.
The African Student Association celebrated African vibrant traditions and culture at the Edinburgh campus February 24. The event consisted of African dishes, music, artworks, and games. Bukola Wutoye, member of the African Student Association, said why the event is significant to her.
I feel Black History Month is like a month where people can gather to talk about Black people's achievements.
She said she helps the association members by providing them with opportunities for internships, scholarships, and jobs. Teresa Guntley, co-president and co-founder of Village in the Valley, mentioned why she loves the event.
I love it because it allows the community and students to really get together, meet one another, learn more about our culture. And more than learning, celebrating our culture in music and poetry and dance. And
Guntley said what Black History Month means to her personally and how life was like when schools were desegregated.
I was a part of the first school to be desegregated in my area where I live at 5 years old. So I think for me, it is really about looking at what has happened to people born before me, what they went through, celebrating it, remembering it. Because without people having the courage and the bravery to do what they did, I could not be where I am today.
Loli Peña, educational officer at the Museum of South Texas History, spoke about a Black history story that occurred in the Valley and how people do not know about it.
And it stems from a love story between Nathaniel Jackson and Mathilda Hicks. It was a mixed race marriage, and they left the South and came even more south to San Juan, and they purchased 5,000 acres and had a little bitty farm. They came to South Texas and they would help them cross into Mexico.
Students interested in joining the African Student Association may visit the organization's V-Link page. To learn more about the association, visit its Instagram at ASA-UTRGV. This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
The Edinburgh Police Department held its third annual awards banquet last Wednesday. Here's Celeste Cruz with the story.
And I do believe I made an impact on her life. I don't think she's scared of police anymore because I was able to hold her and console her and take care of her during that time.
The Edinburgh Police Department held its awards banquet where police officers, sergeants, lieutenants, and retired policemen were honored. Robert Torres, police officer for the Edinburgh Police Department, said how his journey in law enforcement came about.
I started off as a jailer, where I did 2 years. After that, there was an opening for a police officer where I applied for it, and then I transferred over to patrol. There I did 5 years as a patrolman, as a police officer. And just last year, I transferred over to the community-oriented division, which is community engagement.
He said he was influenced from a young age to pursue his career in law enforcement.
I grew up with a lot of law enforcement, like family members, my neighbors. So seeing them, it was always something where I knew I wanted to do that from a very young age. So that's what led me to join.
He spoke about his relationship with Domino, a therapy dog.
We just got him 5 months ago, but since day one, it was something where he's been creating waves. Like everywhere he goes, he's recognized. He's had a huge impact on our team. He's a huge asset to our team.
He explained how his colleagues in the department have helped them overcome difficult situations.
Law enforcement, you always see the good and the bad. Sometimes, of course, the bad comes a little bit more often, right? But afterwards, talking in amongst your peers, it helps you get through tough situations.
Ariel Benedict, officer at the Edinburgh Police Department, explained what being part of the community division is like.
I'm able to engage with the community, at outreach events and stuff.
She said the challenges officers usually go through.
Sometimes we see really tough things, dead bodies and horrible crashes.
She said police officers sometimes have to experience difficult situations while in the force. However, there are still some memorable moments made.
What I find most memorable when I'm on the road is like the impact that we have on small kids. They look up to police officers a lot.
This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
And McLean goes up and throws down a monster dunk. That fires up the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
And now time for Vaquero Sports.
The UTRGV women's basketball team is gearing up to tackle its first postseason berth in the Southland Conference. Leonardo Guajardo has the details.
Romer's open and buries her second three of the day.
After setting 2 program records, the UTRGV women's basketball team secured its spot in the Southland Conference tournament. The Vaqueros went on a 5-game winning streak until falling to Southern Louisiana University last Thursday. However, the program recorded the most conference wins since the team's 2018-2019 season. Head coach Lane Lord discussed the mentality the team must maintain as it prepares for the conference tournament.
Well, we just got to keep doing what we're doing right now and play solid on defense and make sure that offensively we're taking great shots and playing within the system. So this 5-game winning streak, we just got to keep believing and keep doing what we're doing. And if we play hard and play great defense, we're always going to have a chance in every game.
He highlighted standout players who will lead the team onward.
Yeah, we've got some great leaders in Charlotte O'Keefe, our junior center, and just a phenomenal leader. Cade Hackerott, she's one of our captains as well. And then Tierra Trotter, those are our 3 captains. And we're going to rely heavily on them throughout the tournament. When the coaches aren't in the locker room, they're the coaches in the locker room, and they're the ones that take the team by their own hands right there and really show them what we need to do to stay consistent.
O'Keefe was recently named Killers Golf Student Athlete of the Week. She explained the learning curve the team had to overcome to close out games.
We won our big game against Houston, and then we couldn't finish out games the next 3. So learning how to just play with each other and finish games out has been huge for us. We've won a lot of close games and only dropped a couple since that stretch.
Hackerott is leading the team in points this season, averaging 13.2 points and 6.9 rebounds per game. Hackerott reflected on the team's progress and the dedication that has driven their success.
We didn't make the tournament last year for our conference, so really great to do it in our first year in this conference. I really think that just shows how hard we've worked and how hard these coaches have pushed us, and I think it's just a testament to all that we've accomplished and all that we still can accomplish in this year and in future years.
Lord praised Trotter as the most improved player in the team. She currently holds a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Trotter spoke about her dedication in assisting her teammates during games.
Being one of the top point guards in the conference and having the most assists and knowing what I got to bring to the table in order for my team to win. I feel like it aligns to this team because we have a lot of shooters, so they need somebody to pass them the ball up the court.
The women's basketball team ended its season with a 16-15 overall record and 11-9 in conference play. On March 10th, the Vaqueros would take the court at the Southland Conference Tournament in Lake Charles, Louisiana. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
Newton drops straight back. There's a crossing route. McCaffrey. Touchdown. That's big time.
Good morning, Vaqueros. Here's the sports schedule for this week. The men's basketball team will square off against Southeastern Louisiana University Monday at 6:30 p.m. in the UTRGV Fieldhouse. The women's tennis team will serve up a match against McNeese State University Monday at 11 a.m. in the UTRGV Orville Cox Tennis Center. The men's baseball team will pitch off against the University of Houston on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. in Houston, Texas. The women's golf team will swing off to play at the Puerto Rico Shootout on Thursday in Humacao, Puerto Rico. The men's golf team is set to meet St. Mary's College on the court on Friday at 11 a.m. in Davis, California. Don't forget to bring your student ID to all UTRGV games for free admission and support our student athletes by showing up. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
And now for this week's events calendar.
What's up, Vaqueros? Let's check out all the fun events going on this week. Starting off on Tuesday, the IEEE will host a fundraiser. It will be a grill station burgers and hot dogs at the Edinburgh Quad Lawn from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday, the Center for Student Involvement will host a meet and greet with nonprofits. There will be volunteering opportunities from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Edinburgh Chapel Lawn. That same day, the University Recreation Center will host a deadlift challenge at the Racquetball Court 2 in Bronzeville from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. That is the events calendar for this week. Don't forget to bring your student ID to all UTRGV events. This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
And now, for this week's campus weather report.
Good morning, Vaqueros. Here's the weather forecast for the week. On Monday, expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 85 and a low of 70, and moderate winds throughout the day. Tuesday will bring a much wider range of temperatures with a high of 95 and a low of 57, and partly cloudy skies. Wednesday will be similar to Monday with a high of 85 and a low of 55, giving way to sunny skies from the morning to Thursday, which will have a high of 83 and a low of 64. Finally, expect partly cloudy skies on Friday with a high of 90 and a low of 61. That was the weather forecast for this week. Make sure to dress appropriately for the weather, Vaqueros. This is Joseph Zambrano for Vaquero Radio.
That is the newscast for this week.
Remember to read our news articles every week on our website, utrgvradio.com.
Tune into Vaquero Radio through our website or download the Radio Garden app to listen wherever you are and enjoy the best DJ shows around campus. Remember to check out our YouTube channel for the latest news from UTRGV and the Valley.
Our weekly newscast will also broadcast at 11 a.m. every Wednesday.
Join us next week, same time, same place.
Only on Vaquero Radio,
the Valley's student station.
Thanks for tuning in, Vaqueros. Be sure to saddle up at 11 a.m. every Monday and Wednesday for another newscast.
And as always,
V's up!